Shalom.
Shalom.
We the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible, and to teaching Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the Lord's chosen people on the sign, the 12 tribes of Israel. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camp, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.
So with that, I want to open up with a lesson. And talk about Christopher Columbus, because today is Thanksgiving, and they teach you that Christopher Columbus, that he was a nice guy, because that they say that he had Thanksgiving with the Indians, but that's not true. Instead, he slaughtered the Indians, and the Indians are the Lord's people. On this sign, the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Let's start at 1 Kings 10 and 21, because we want to find out how did Christopher Columbus, how did he find out, that there was a place over here, because there was already, the Indians they were already living here. How did he find? How did he know to come over here?
Yeah.
So,
First Kings 10 21. First Kings 10 and 21. And all King Solomon's streaking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver. It was nothing accounted of the days of Solomon.
So this is King Solomon, right? And it says that he had a lot of gold, because he was like ruling the world, because he had a lot of kings in subjection. He had kings bringing him gold.
Yep. It says right there, his cups were gold, though, man. Imagine that.
That's right. He said he didn't even have no silver. No silver, only pure gold. That's why he was King Solomon. So keep going.
22. For the king had at sea a navy of Darius with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Darius, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks.
See, so he had it was a navy of Tarshish.
It's like I said,
yeah, the navy of Tarshish and the navy of Hiram, and these are the heathen nations. He had the heathen nations bringing him gold.
So like these were Hamites, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Tarshish, the Hamites.
Yeah.
One of them was.
Because they got those the Olmecs over there in Mexico and all them places, which they look like the Hamites. Those big headstones though. Those were called the Olmecs, because they're like, how did these get here though? And why they look white, like they have big lips and wide noses though, So.
That's right.
Yeah, it was because of these people right here.
Yeah. So read it again.
21?
22.
22. 1 Kings 10 and 22. For the king had at sea a navy of Darius with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Darius, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks.
So right here it says it took 3 years for them to bring the gold. And if they're a navy, a navy, they got ships.
Yeah.
So that means that they took a long time. They took 3 years to sail across the waters.
So that means they just went over there, got the stuff, and then came back within 3 years, right?
It had to be, if they went someplace, it had to be half of that, half of 3 years. If they went someplace, then came back, that's a total of 3 years.
Yeah,
one and a half and 1.5.
Go there and come back though.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So now let's go to 2nd Ezra 13 and 39, because if you watch that movie, 1492, it shows Christopher Columbus talking about the Bible, and in that movie, he says, how you gonna go across the waters and find the new land, you know?
Yeah.
But, and then he said, well, from the book of Ezra's.
Yeah, because I think he named other books, and then he said
Yeah.
Ezra's, and he said, "Isn't he a Jew or something like that?"
Yep. He said the
The
Jew
Jew.
Ezra's.
And that fucking that he smiled. You see at the end he smiled. Christopher Columbus, he smiled. Like that's where he learned it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he knew that King Solomon was going across the waters.
Getting all them gold though, you know. So he knew if I found this spot, that's where gold's gonna be at.
That's right. So you can read that.
It was at 41 or 42.
Second Ezra's 13 and 39.
39. Okay. Second Ezra 13 and 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him.
So it said he gathered a peaceable multitude. So that's Yahweh Shai. The Lord, he gathered a peaceable multitude, and this is the multitude that you see are the Israelites. Because I got a journal. It's a Christopher Columbus journal, and he wrote this journal when he came over here to the Americas. And it says the Journal of Christopher Columbus, 1492.
Which that movie was called that, right?
Yep, that's right. First encounters between Europeans and Native Americans were dramatic events. In this account, we see the assumptions and intentions of Christopher Columbus as he immediately began assessing the potential of these people to serve European economic interests.
So he was like, all right, I'm gonna make these people slaves. But it wasn't at the straight moment, but it was already a plot, right?
Yeah. He first he got friendly.
Yeah. How Esau does it.
Because we were friendly.
Yeah.
You know, he took advantage of us.
Yeah, because the natives were showing them how to farm, how to hunt, and all that shit. It was for the tribe of Gad. Them motherfuckers be dead. You know what I'm saying? So our people, you know, that case says right here, peaceable, peaceful, man.
That's right.
Them motherfucking devils took advantage, though, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking devils, though, man.
Because it says he also predicted easy success for missionaries seeking to convert these people to Christianity.
Yeah.
See, because Christianity, it came from the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah, which Catholic means universal.
Yeah. And Roman Catholic Church was the one who put the Lord to death. You know?
Them fucking Romans.
That's right. So Christianity, you know, that's not the real worship of the Lord.
Yeah.
Read that one again.
39.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 13 and 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him.
So he gathered a peaceful multitude, a peaceful people. And then right here, in his journal, he said, they are very well made, with very handsome bodies and very good countenances. That's the Israelites, because we're beautiful. You know, the Israelites, we have the best countenances. You know, and he never seen like handsome people before.
They were probably like, you know what I mean? Probably all like red, fucked up teeth, and they probably hairy and shit. You know what I'm saying though?
Right.
So they, you know, like back then, like I said, back then, I bet, you know what I mean? Like they pretty got out of the caves. You gotta understand, bro. So they probably still didn't know about what's that called, hygiene though. So they're probably barely using hygiene though. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, they had swords, you know, because the Renaissance.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely though. But you know, Esau don't even take showers.
Yeah.
They're known for that.
But that's how you know that when he came over here, he said that these people ransom people. So now let's go to Romans 8 and 16, because our spirit, it just shows that we're the Lord's people.
Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
See, the spirit will tell you, if you're a child of the Lord.
You'll bond, like you'll connect.
Yeah, a sincere, you'll have a sincere spirit about you. Because our people, they were living peacefully when they were here in this land. Because I'm gonna read some more. It says, "They neither carry nor know anything of arms, for I showed them swords, and they took them by the blade and cut themselves through ignorance."
Because they didn't know. They didn't know.
All they knew was peace.
Yeah.
Because over here it was a fresh land.
They just killed to, like, hunt. They hunted, of course, though, and things like that. You know what I'm saying, though? But it was always about tribes within each other and things like that. But they were never like, you know what I'm saying, though? They're just about surviving and being at peace, though, man.
Because it goes on, and it says that they defended themselves, because it says, see, they have no iron, their darts being wands without iron, some of them having a fish's tooth at the end. So they had to use fish's teeth for weapons, and others being pointed in various ways. It says, "I saw some with marks of wounds on their bodies, and I made signs to ask what it was. And they gave me to understand that people from other adjacent islands came with the intention of seizing them, and they defended themselves."
So, and it goes to let them know that, hey, these guys, all right, these guys can fight.
Even other people tried to take that land too. Not
only Esau.
Columbus.
Yeah, it was probably little islands that was around, or they would just, you know what I'm saying? Probably the Japhetic people too. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know.
So go back to Second Ezra 13 and 39, and go to 40 after that.
Second Ezra 13 and 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, talking about the children of Israel. And 40 it says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanaser the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, so came they into another land.
So those are the 10 tribes. That's why they're called the lost tribes.
Yeah, there's even a book, right?
Yep.
There's even a book about it.
Yeah, there's a book called the 13 Tribes.
Because these tribes right here, it's talking about the Northern Kingdom, though. Because
they came over here first.
Yeah.
It was the Northern Kingdom,
which is like Latinos and Native Americans. Were the people that were here first, though, and then of course, later on down the line, Judah came over here too. Of course, captive.
Yeah, you can keep going.
To 41.
Yeah.
It says, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, Syrians, and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Yeah, see, so
you got to think, like, where's that at?
Yeah, so we were in captivity over there in the land of Israel, so that's why we tried to come over here, to try to get away, because they weren't keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. So we tried to come over here to keep them.
Keep going. 42, that they might there keep their statues, which never kept in their own land.
Yeah, see, so that's why they wanted to get away. They wanted like it's like over here there was nobody, and it's like a new world.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Yep.
that's why keep going. Go to verse 45.
Yeah, it came over here like starting fresh though, starting fresh. 45. For for through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the named region is called Azareth. Year
See,
and a half.
same thing we read with King Solomon. It took 3 years. So cut that in half. That's got to be, where else you gonna go? That takes that long.
It takes that long. Both.
So Arzareth, that means another land,
Another land.
or a new land.
Yeah, yeah. I believe it's another land though.
Yeah, another land. Now from there, that's how Columbus discovered America. And I think on the way he seen a chariot.
Fire. Called it something. A fire of
Saint Elmo's
fire.
Saint Elmo's fire.
Yeah, and he followed it.
And it led him over here.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was all prophetic though.
Yeah. So it's prophecy that he'd find this place. And we go into captivity.
So nothing was coincidence though. Nothing was coincidence. Because
Commercial for LARPing or what?
What's that? We just right here teaching the
Bible.
Oh, okay. Got it. What's that?
What did he say? It was a what?
I don't know.
Jake's silly, man. Jake's silly sometimes.
So
You want me to get 46?
yeah, keep going.
46, it says, Then dwelt they that were unto the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come.
Yeah. So they dwelt until the
Latter
end.
time.
Until the end. We're gonna be here until the end.
The end. Yeah.
So now from there, let's go back to Christopher Columbus, Micah 2:1.
Yep.
Because we're not gonna let this devil get off the hook. Right?
Hell yeah, because we gotta expose what it's really about. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
That's Christopher Columbus because
He was already plotting.
he was already plotting. He knew that there was gold over here. You know?
Wasn't he the one that they were searching? Remember that cartoon back in the days, Road to El Dorado? They were conquistadores and shit though. They were looking for a city of gold.
Yeah, he actually he wasn't even looking for this place. He just fell upon it, and he thought it was India or some shit.
Yeah, that's why they call them Indian.
That's
Yeah,
why they called it India.
yeah.
So read that one again.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, so that's what he was doing. He was working that evil when he was going through the Bible. The Bible wasn't even for him. And he was into that Christianity.
Bullshit.
So he was plotting. And keep going.
It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is the power in their hand.
Yeah. When the morning is light, they practice it. So at night, they plot it, and then in the morning, that's when they
put it into work.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, the left-hand side, these devils have a light too. They're, you know what I mean? There's a thing, people be like, "Oh, that's a conspiracy." The Illuminati, though, they got the light though because they rule this world though, but it's on the left-hand side though. You know, because there's a scripture that says even Satan, I believe it's Satan has his own light or something to do with that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, because too much light will what blind you.
Blind
You know, blind you from the truth.
you.
Too much. This world will blind you.
Well, yeah, look at our people right now.
Yeah.
Our people are celebrating Thanksgiving right now.
Yep. All they're thinking about is turkey.
Turkey, giving thanks to each other.
Yeah.
Like you people don't understand that God is your brother, man. You Issachar, you ain't fucking Judah too. This is your brother, man. And you're celebrating a day that this fucking devil killed him and shit. Thinking, oh, I ain't thinking about that. I'm just saying thanks for this or that. Like, it's in your spirit though, still.
Now let's go to Job 24:14.
Job 24:14. The murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is it as a thief.
Yeah, the murderer, who's Christopher Columbus, riseth in the what?
The light that killeth the poor and needy.
Killeth the poor and the needy. That was our people, you know, because we were the ones. We didn't have anything. We were, just trying to get by peacefully. But he came over here and he noticed, these people. I could put these people in slavery, you know, because let me go back to the journal of what he said. It says they should be good servants and intelligent, for I observed that they quickly took in what was said to them. I believe that they would easily be made Christians. See,
No, man.
that's why he tried to convert them. He said, I'm a change their law, what they're following.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah. Well, look at all these missions that are here in California, man. They don't. A lot of people look at these missions though. They look like churches, or whatever, you know. But you know what I mean. They would look at them and shit, you know. But the history behind it, you gotta watch that show called 1889. I think it's called. It's 1899. It's like a spin-off of Yellowstone though, and it tells you like these boarding schools and shit that they would put Gad in. It's called 1887 or 1889. No, it's on Paramount, but it's a good show, and it tells you like shows you how these devils try to convert convert Gad into Christianity though. You know, it's a good show. 1887, I guess what it's called.
it says they brought skins of cotton thread, parrots, darts, and other small things, which it would be uh, tedious to count, and they give all in exchange for anything that may be given to them. It says, I was attentive and took trouble to ascertain if there was gold.
Fucking dude,
See, why was he asking for gold?
yeah, exactly.
You know, he was all attentive.
Yeah, like just showing, yeah, like pulling up, like showing up himself,
He was pulling up. You know,
you
you know.
know. Yeah.
And let's see what else. I think let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 22.
Deuteronomy 28 and 22, it says, the Most High shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with a sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they precede thee until thou perish.
So Deuteronomy 32. 32. So
Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
So this is prophecy that we would be taken. You know, the Israelites would be taken, and we wouldn't be able to find the Lord anymore. You know.
Yeah. And in that show, the priest would kidnap the Gad children and shit, you know, and put them in these schools. And there was nothing that the parents could do though. The only way is for these kids to escape though, and they'll come back though. But the parent would be scared, like, oh shit, if you're gone, that means they're looking for you. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Like it was like that, you know.
So, so it was prophecy that this would happen. So when I go back to the journal, it says these people are very simple as regards the use of arms, as your highnesses will see. It says, I will from the 7 that I caused to be taken to bring home and learn our language and return. Um,
He said to return.
see, he wanted to teach the Indians his language.
See these white devils, man. They want you to learn from them and shit, though, man. Like, let's say if you know what I mean, Christian have to be white, right? He'll try to teach Christianity to us, though, but we won't accept it, though, you know, because we know who we really are, though. So, like, let's say an Edomite passed by, that motherfucker will try to teach us a thing or two and shit, you know. It's like he has to be in charge of shit, man, of anything.
Because it said these people are very simple as regard use of arms, as your highness will I don't know what it says right there. From the 7 that I caused to be taken to bring home and learn our language. So he's what he did was he brought them back to his land so that they could learn his language.
Yep.
Because it says to be kept as captives on the same island, for with 50 men they could all be subjected and made to do what is required of them. So he wanted to keep the men in subjection. And
have them in check and shit.
And one of his soldiers, I think he gave them a woman, so that he raped her. You know?
Like they got that Pocahontas though, you know, that Disney movie, the cartoon. She fell in love with John Smith, but the real story, it wasn't even that. That fool was an ugly motherfucker though, man. And I think believe they were running trains on her or some shit, man. She was just a beautiful gadite, you know, and they were just running trains. She didn't even want to be with them. But here they are, painted a picture like it was all sweet flowers and things like that, man.
So now this will be the last one, Proverbs 6 and 14.
That's the spirit, because I want to get into Proverbs too. In that same chapter too. He says 6 and 14.
Yeah.
Proverbs 6 and 14. Forwardness is in his heart, and he devises mischief continually. He sowed discord.
See, evil is in his heart continually. What did it say against Lucky?
Forwardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He sowed discord.
Yeah.
Like he's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He devises mischief continually. Yeah, that's Christopher Columbus, because his spirit it still lives on. You know, because he still got statues. I think he still got
history books and shit.
History book, street
day, isn't there a day?
Street names. You got days, schools. You know.
Yeah, like to this day.
So his spirit still lives on. His wicked spirit still lives on.
Yeah, and I remember when I was first coming to the truth, though, he told me about this school, right? And he told me, like, you're like, how are you going to discover something that there's already people living in?
Yeah.
And then I thought about it. I'm like, that is true, huh? So it's like, and that was my whole situation, like, happened a long time ago. It was like, if I were to walk into this car and took someone out, and the cop pulled me over. I think I said that, and the cop pulled me over, and he told me like, "Hey, this car was reported stolen." But then I tell that cop, "Nah, I discovered this car, so I'm good." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I told you that though, but it was true. What you told me, that's true. How are you gonna discover something when there's people here?
You could discover it, but you're not the owner.
Yeah.
You know, you could discover. It means discover just means to just take the cover off of something.
Yeah.
And that's what he did, and he found us. You know.
Yeah. So you see a phone on the ground, you just happen to discover it, but it doesn't mean it's yours.
Yeah.
That phone has an owner.
Because this place was hidden, he had to go into the Bible to discover, to find the mystery.
That goes to show that Esau can't leave us the fuck alone, man.
And he brought over here Hebrew interpreters.
Luis de Torres.
Yeah.
Luis de Torres. He spoke like 2 or 3 languages, I believe, but I know for sure it was Hebrew and Aramaic. Aramaic.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name was Luis. And this is stuff that you could Google and you'll see. His name was Luis de Torres. Why are you bringing an interpreter though?
So just read that one more time.
Yeah. Proverbs 6:14. Forwardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He sows discord.
Yeah. And that's the Edomites. You know, the Edomites, their spirit is still here in the earth. You know, they're not done away with yet. You know.
Vocab.
Yeah.
Cut off though. How's it cut off?
It's coming. It's coming though.
Obadiah. We're just waiting for Obadiah though. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you got anything else?
Oh, no,
With that, we hope it's edifying. We want to give all praise and glory to you. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camp, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful next gathering of yours.